Blink BKB on Enigma, you have the damage coming out from the Mortimer's Kisses as well. You know, these level 6 timings on the support are going to be absolutely huge. And I'm excited to see if Nemiga can put it together, or Kalmychata can put it together, or neither team put it together and they just brawl and mash their faces against each other. That would be cool too.
Yeah, I think if the brawl is happening, then Kalmychata will be very happy with that timeline. It's like when you look at Nemiga's line, there is going to be windows where they will have issues. Like Enigma doesn't like playing super high pacing Dota, even if he buys auras. Like he kind of wants Black Hole. Tiny can go for pickoffs, but if he's jumping onto a Dark Suit with Pipe, he won't die. Jumping onto an Ursa with Enrage, he won't die. An Ember with Flame Guard might not die. So it's like he's not killing cores. So there could be a window and Nemiga will struggle, and that's why they like the laning phase is going to be so exciting. Like if Kalmychata get any lead, and you can see the Battle Fury timing on Ursa going to be around 12 minutes. Oh, we're in for a treat of a game with how much fighting that could be coming in. The no real contest here. A late smoke. Again, I love the types of smokes different teams do at the bounty runes. Nemiga showcasing the late smoke just to hold the position on the river to try and poke out the extra bounty rune, but nothing else really comes to it.
Yeah, we're already fighting.
Yeah, it's a very... I was like, okay, and nothing. Just take the bounty rune. And Lucas did go for the movement speed facet. It's quite nice. I think in this type of game, it's pretty important against the multiple melee heroes he has. He's going to always get the barrage stacks up, so he's going to be able to disengage with that additional move speed from the facet. So I think it's a wise choice this time around from Gyrocopter.
Oh, we've got Grudge Bearer rather than Bear Down. I'm a big Bear Down fan, but we'll see how this one goes. I mean, in fairness, I've never seen a draft with more uncontrollable damage, so if there's ever a game for it, this is it. So I like the choice from Retsu, actually. You know what? I take it all back. That's the right choice.
I think this is my first time seeing the Snapfire go for a full bore. Again, I've not really seen Snapfire in my pubs, and also in like pro pubs and whatever. So it's like I'm excited to see what it in the right hands can do. Like when you start hitting these high range again, like when you look at the actually we can't see the cone, but when he uses the spell one time, you will see like how narrow it is. So it's actually really easy to miss it and to feel awkward. But to secure range creeps in the off lane, it's gonna be pretty nasty. He might use it here actually. We'll see. Pew! Like you can see how narrow that was.
yeah. I don't think he got the bonus damage up on Retsu either, because it's a pretty narrow bit. I love the description of it as well, where it's like, oh yeah, if they're not in point blank range, it's like, well, actually, it's just like a tiny, tiny area really far away from Snapfire, but sure. Yeah. It's a really good one for securing range creeps, though. Mm-hmm. So mid lane, Mickey Cool versus the Natty Narwhal. Wow, it's a battle of the dope names in the middle lane, has to be said.
Very original.
If you're 14. First blood happening down in the bottom lane, and up in the top side, another kill going down as Daniel falls as well. Getting a little bit too carried away against the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, their lanes are pretty good on Nemiga. As much as we've been hyping up the concepts of the map breaking, the kills, when you think about just the raw combos of lane, like CM plus Gyro, that's good. That's good wave clear. That's good anti-aggression. Bot lane, you have like Snap plus Enigma. Like I was wondering when I was talking about the Ursa versus Enigma, I think Ursa should be able to farm this lane. I don't think Enigma's going to get pushed out of the lane. But I also don't think Ursa should really be under threat of, oh no, I have 0 CS. It's the perfect Enigma game, right? And yeah, I think Nemiga, sorry, not Enigma, will be very happy the fact that they are going to be able to farm on all 3 lanes with their heroes.
Yeah, that's what they need out of this laning phase. They don't need to like crush these lanes or anything like that. Obviously, I'd like to, but being able to just trade even definitely feels like a win for them. And it kind of forces Kalmychata as Daniel dies again up on the top side, getting way too close to these heroes, as you kind of expect to see with a Darkseer, but it's just looking a little bit awkward. But yeah, forcing Kalmychata to make plays from like an even footing is definitely going to be a little bit harder for them. It's not that they'll be behind, but it makes their game harder to play than it does for Nemiga, who can kind of just play responsively. The difference between your hero living for like 3 seconds if he gets jumped by an Ursa +1 and your hero living for like 8 seconds and where you can get off an ultimate to respond. Daniel again, the moment he's back in this lane, going aggressive once more, and this is really aggressive with the double iron shells. They might be able to get the kill onto Ike here. Let's see if they get the something response. Daniel very low, looking for maybe his third death here, but no flat cannon available. Daniel will get away this time around. Oh, I'm half expecting to just charge in again.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's got a blood grenade again, so no, he shouldn't do that. I think. Luckily, Spirit Breaker players have found a level of discipline nowadays due to them playing it many more times than before. Lucas now charging down Daniel. Oh, okay. He had charge. Oh, he could have just charged out. Well, Daniel just fed.
Didn't.
He could have charged to mid lane. He could have charged to bot lane.
Yep. I'm aware. Awkward times up in the top lane as Daniel did. He's doing a little bit of feeding. 3 deaths. It's quite a lot.
He's charging back though. All right, Chrisman, surely do not fall victim to this position against Spirit Breaker.
I don't know. He's got a TP available. You know, if he dies for death number 4, then to come straight back in, connecting with the Crystal Maiden, and oh my god, he blood grenaded. Wants the kill. The Darkseer is coming over from the side with no surge available. I think this Crystal Maiden's going to be absolutely fine. Let's see. Both of them trying to chase here just doesn't feel like a good use of their time. Gyrocopter just happily farming under tower. No bothers, no concerns.
Right, I'm going to say how it is. I don't know. I think Daniel's just kind of, maybe not a Spirit Breaker player. He just charged it. He doesn't press Bulldoze. So he just eats the entire Frostbite, then uses it. It expires. Then he gets Crystal.
Collapsing on the middle lane, going for Natty Narwhal, and he could be in some trouble here. The right click's coming through, will be enough to finish the job. Nice move, yeah. Collapse as Daniel comes flying in once again. Someone's dying other than me? Not on my watch.
No, that's a really important kill. I think Daniel was struggling top lane. He's not really been able to kind of bring his hero too much into it. And meanwhile, mid lane, then they punish Ember. So it's like Spirit Breaker was struggling. Ember then gets picked off. So Nemiga kind of see through that aggression top lane. And yeah, I think Nemiga are going to be pretty happy. What is happening here? 34 CS on all 3 cores right now. No major stacks have been made up. And 2,000 gold lead at the 6-minute mark here.
Yeah, Nemiga owning this one. It mostly comes from that top lane, but every lane's got a pretty significant advantage, to be perfectly honest. I talked about them wanting to draw even in the lanes, but winning these lanes is going to make it super difficult for Kalmychata to come back into this with their lineup. Trying to run at them when they're behind? Ooh, not a situation you really want to be in. This lineup doesn't play well from behind.
No, not at all. They need map move. Sorry, they need the strong lanes to create the map movement. But bottom tower's now half HP. The Ember, due to his death, now can't think about TP into bot lane because he's had to TP back to mid. So that mid rotation was instrumental. And now Nemiga's aggression bottom, like this is only happening because they are able to get the kill earlier.
He's losing his life here. The right clicks are coming. The clicks are there. Sure, Shadow Word's doing a little bit. He'll get himself a retribution kill onto Ike. I mean, the charge is coming through into Mixer as well. If Love can stay alive long enough... No, never mind. Tidy's here. There's no chance they're connecting on this one anymore. It will just be the 2 kills down to the bottom side.
Nemiga playing this map really nicely. Just forcing out TPs, making moves away from those TPs. It's, just kind of nice, clean dodo at the moment. And yeah... Kalmychata, they're going to have to try and stabilize the game a little bit. Did not expect their map to be broken this early on. And yeah, it's falling apart ever so much. 3,000 gold lead. Jeez. This is rough. And they're jumping onto Ember once again. Frostbite. No crazy follow-up damage here. Should be fine. Or he's fine, not should be. He's very much alive.
Chillin, looking for the power rune here, jumping in on it, but it will be on the top side. And guess who's waiting for him? It's Lucas, gunning him down with the rocket barrage, forcing the Natty Narwhal back and also stealing his rune as well.
Yeah, he took it. Very cool.
Well, on the bright side about Nemiga's draft, they don't pressure incredibly well. Like, it doesn't matter how far ahead they get. They will have to slow the game down at some point. Like, it's just how it goes. Unless this Tiny goes like raid boss mode, there's timings they have to wait for. Like, there's no position. I don't know.
Maybe I'm Lucas is trying to answer that question right a little bit by going for the drum. The fact that Tiny having a great start. If Lucas itemizes to be a little bit more active, you will be able to create those opportunities where it's not like, oh, I need to find my Ags and my Falcon and this and that, right? Like he's like Drum plus Crystallis. He might poke his head into an earlier fight, and he stepped up. Tiny's TPing top down, and the lads are going to be careful here. There's many rotations coming in.
Yeah, but if they can bait them out and get away, it's a big win. But the toss damage is absolutely huge from that facet. Polarity will be falling, and Daniel likely going to follow him to the grave.
It's just not been the laning setups that they want, right? Like the Dark Side, the Spirit Breaker, they've tried to create so many opportunities. 0-4 now as the 10-minute mark's about to hit in the game. The Spirit Breaker has immensely struggled with, you know, picking and choosing his aggression, and Nemiga continuing to enjoy this this lack of clean moves. Double drop. Oh, you've got in the bot lane on Enigma, drums in the top lane on the Gyrocopter. That is, they're gonna have so many charges to play around with. 2
drums of lads on Mixer right now. Damn, my dude's got all the auras. I bang the drum and I bang the towers. Unfortunately, Ember Spirit's getting cut down here. Does get off the Sleight of Fist, trying to get away with the Remnant, but Nicky Cool is upon him. The kisses are coming. The kisses are coming. The rockets are connecting, and Queasy does get the kill. Nice aiming there with the Monolith's kisses to bring down the Ember Spirit. Make it a 5k gold advantage at 10k at 10 minutes. And Mixer's here for the tower as well. Oh man,
I'm really loving the movements of this game. The thing is though, this is what Na'Vi did to Nemiga yesterday. Now Nemiga doing this to their opponents. It's like there's a real trickle down effect of who's going to beat who. Whew.
They're learning from each other. They're adapting.
They are
overcoming
bit by bit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We might get to like 10,000 gold lead before it even gets to like 15 minutes at this rate. That's really scary.
It is. It is. And that's the thing, like they're powering up now. They're hitting level 6 on supports on the Nemiga. They've just got there on the Crystal Maiden. And we saw the Snapfire used in the last fight. You know, it's just getting stronger and stronger. We haven't seen a black hole yet because you don't really need to. It's getting ridiculous.
Okay, but Warlock did. He doesn't have the XP facet. He does have the HP mana regen turning. His ultimate. He easily can find that chance. Like with the aggression that Nemiga bring, the Gyrocopter wants to get into the middle of the fights. Tiny wants to blink in. Like if he can find a fatal bonds into Golem, it could be the deaths to Nemiga that give them an extra 6-7 minutes of farm. But
maybe
we shall see. Yeah,
he's still really struggling. The fact that his name is looking for Team 5 is also sort of concerning. I don't know if you can change your sponsor like mid game. Maybe that's what's happened here, but Mixer, the Golem's going to get jumped upon him, and this will be a kill going their way. Love brings him down, and that's going to be a rare win for Kalmychata. But in the middle lane, Daniel getting jumped on once again, and the full ball comes in from the sidelines. Nicky Cool brings him down. They got themselves a nice kill onto the Spirit Breaker in response to their Mixer dying.
Yeah, it's I think a nice kill, but probably not the big golem they wanted, right? They kind of wanted to bait probably Nemiga into a little bit more of a multi-hero engagement to utilize the Warlock a bit better, but wasn't to be the case. And oh, look at the golem farming. So much farm. Nemiga with no golem in play. What's stopping them from wanting to group back up again? Mixer wasn't able to get off the black hole when he was jumped. He did try to go for it, but did die, and they're stealing off the stacks. They're taking him. Thank you.
Yeah, with ease as well. And the Gyrocopter wasn't even a part of that, and they already got most of them. Now Lucas just comes in to finish off the 2 black dragons with Daniel moving in once again. Oh, dearie me. It's going to be death number 7 for the Spirit Breaker. Averaging 2 deaths a minute right now. Oh, sorry, 0.5 deaths a minute right now.
That was a really good mess.
UK education system. It's one of the best. Three to 13, my god. What do you think is more common, the 3-2-2 scoreline or the 420 scoreline? I guess mathematically it kind of has to be 420.
Yeah. But if we had a 0 to X scoreline,
I think 0-7 is the funny one, right?
yeah, it is. Oh, buyback.
Yep, okay. Warlock, he's got a golem available in 30 seconds, so don't expect it for this fight. I don't know what the buyback's about, but nevertheless, they're looking to punish Nicky Cool here, and they're going to be able to do so successfully. Hey, upheaval, it's no joke. And they do bring down the Tiny, so yeah. Daniel dies again, but this time, it's worthwhile.
It's 14 minutes into the game. There's 5 heroes at the top tormentor. Your Warlock had to buy it back.
It's worthwhile.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But the silver lining. Ursa does have his battle fury, all right? A little bit slower than the usual, but still.
It's not that slow, actually.
It's like a minute or two slow. Yeah. When I say slow, it's very loosely saying slow. Like, if anyone's having an okay game, it is Retsu. He's sitting at 2-1-1. Daniel's got 8 deaths. Warlock's bypacking. Everyone else is kind of just existing. But if Ursa can kind of just see through the aggression, get himself to a blink, like, I think the itemization from Nemiga might hurt them down the line, right? Like, you see I think Boots of Bearing on Enigma, which you don't see too often. Again, the drum on Gyrocopter delaying his farming items. Like, there's a lot of cheap items allowing Nemiga to be aggressive. A well-timed Blink Basher or Blink BKB on Ursa, it could be quite disruptive. So I wouldn't really count them out at the moment, but it is still looking rather despair at the moment. But Kalmychata, they can get their bear into the mix. Give them, I'd argue, 7 more minutes of farm. We might have a game on our hands. Okay. What's the win probability saying, actually? How much faith does Valve have? Or Gaben?
Quite a lot, honestly.
Yeah, 79% for Nemiga to win this. There is 21% hope in Ursa right now.
Yeah. Valve big Kalmychata fans, as it turns out.
Oh, it's actually 20%. Oh, no, it just went down after. It actually went up, actually. Oh, no.
Yeah, well, every second they're not making plays on Nemiga is a second, which they get to stay in the game a bit longer. And the Ursa TP's out very close to getting caught out there. Gets himself away to safety. Keeps farming up on this bear. And this is what I was talking about with the kind of natural slowdown, right? Like, you've got a Gyrocopter, he does just want to hit that Ags. He does want to get a couple more items on the line. Same with the Enigma. He has gone for a very aggressive build here, but ultimately you are still a Enigma at the end of the game. And yeah,
this is a dieback.
He's not loving this game too much.
He's dead for so
55 seconds. Bro, come on.
You could do so much at 55 seconds. Oof. Oh, charge. Onto the some in.
Yeah, freeze into the Yules as well. A little bit awkward there as Retsu's going to pop the Enrage. And, well, don't forget, the more damage he takes here, the more damage he does. But unfortunately, there is a limit to that. And he is going to lose his life for it. Retsu's going to fall. Daniel also getting cooked up by the kisses. Black Hole going to come down to catch out Natty Narwhal as well. The toss is there. The damage is in. Mixer shows up with the first Black Hole of the game. And it's a belter. 4 heroes dead on the side of Kalmychata.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of this move from Kalmychata, right? Like, your Warlock's dead. He's dead for a minute. You're then charging onto a hero to then drag in your Ursa to a fight. Like, you could just continue to farm up and just try and dodge, right, until you see that opportunity. I think Ursa grabbing, no, of course he has the Blink Dagger, but Ursa having the Blink Dagger with the Warlock and a smoke is a completely different fight. But again, they're just forcing it a little bit and not utilizing all 5 heroes on Kalmychata. Like, when you're down this far, you can't go for like a 3-4 man kill. Like, you have to bring 5. Not to be the case, and Nemiga, they punish it once again. Blink complete on Enigma. You've soon got a Pervis on the Crystal Maiden. There's some nice items coming through for Nemiga to continue looking for a fight. They have so many cheap forms of aggression. And Lucas, he's also opting for maybe even like a Hurricane Pike as his next item on the Gyrocopter. Like, really just going for the let me fight right now.
Yeah. I mentioned this one in the draft, though, in the Ursa matchup. This is something we see from Gyrocopters occasionally.
Yeah, this is true. I like it. Big fan, big fan.
I imagine the Ursa does actually stand a chance of, like, surprise killing him with this just simply because of the Grudge Bearer facet. If you're just throwing down damage in these fights, Ursa's going to get up to, like, a bonus, like, 50% damage. And Gotta be careful of that. Yeah, there's a little bit of tension around this wave. I mean, it does look like Kalmychata are trying to set up something, but what can they really do? Daniel is currently inverse godlike in this game. 0-9. Again, this is just Spirit Breaker from behind things. Just going to charge waves and try and get his Darkseer a little bit of extra moolah. Shell runs out and Roshan's being taken. There's shouldn't be a I mean, maybe. Maybe they want to go for this. They've got good poke. No black hole, don't forget. Oh, okay. Golem comes down a little prematurely there. All right, happens to the best of us. Golem going to be a great scouting tool in this fight, though. Absolutely fantastic. Uh-oh. Now they found the Darkseer. That's a great target to bring down first. He might get... No, never mind. The damage comes in. The hero falls. Proletary is gone. And yeah, now this should secure the Roche. Clean out the area. Lucas popping the drums to bring it down at that Golem. Now it's down to a daytime Roche. They're going to have to do the awkward chasing the... Oh. The Ember Spirit's dead. That's unfortunate. Did he just die to the Tiny? Yeah, he just died to Tiny. That's kind of insane. With Daniel having another death down on the bottom side, getting bullied by Ake. Yeah, 1,200 damage dealt by the Tiny to the Ember Spirit.
The crash landing facet is not one to joke about. You take so much damage. And Darkseer, if he steps up, he's going to take even more.
Kind of was surprised though, because it was in the river. There was nothing to throw on him, right? So you weren't getting that bonus damage. It was just Tiny doing normal Tiny things with the Echo Saber. Sort of ridiculous. Wasn't prepared for that at all. But Roshan now going down. We're going to see Lucas with an Aegis in pocket. And 4 staff coming up for him very shortly as well to give him that bit of repositioning. Because when you're this far ahead, why not? Why not go for that luxury 4-star item? You can take a break from the stats and the damage and give yourself a little bit of maneuvering. Where's our teddy bear at? Blink Dagger, Battle Fury.
He's trying to get the BKB, yeah. It's like, again, just like ignore the fight, ignore the enemy, ignore the fact they have Aegis, please. Let me just get to BKB Basher, and like the perfect fight for them will be he gets the BKB, he has Basher, can bait out the black hole, Warlock cancels it instantly, then you take the fight after. But there is so many moving pieces, to get this fight into a good position.
Yeah.
And Nemiga, with a 12,000 gold lead at 21-minute mark, there is no reason for them to not barrel down the towers.
Like, I believe in the Ursa, I just don't believe in everybody else. I mean, Darkseer can kind of buff up the Ursa. That can be his job in the fight, and he can feel okay about it. Natty Narwhal doesn't have a game to play, though. Very, very difficult. Like, getting Mage Slayer on the entire enemy team is nice, but it's not nearly good enough to secure the fight. His impact is going to be very, very minimal, which is obviously a concern. Proletary is slowly getting blasted down by Mixer, who has the shard now as well, so forming all of these Eidolons to give him more and more troubles. It's very obnoxious. And look at how far ahead from his team Lucas is playing as well. This is a team which feels completely unthreatened, for good reason.
Yeah, he can just farm in the difficult position whilst his team swoops across the map looking for pickoffs. And if he was to die, with the drum charges, with the 4-star, he could probably survive long enough that it won't be the worst double death if it was to occur. His team easily would be there to especially because they're using twin gates on Nemiga. And with this mid-tier 1 tower alive, the reason why mid-tier 1 is so important is, like, let's say Gyrocops is farming Radiant Triangle. You TP to mid-tier 1, you're there in like, what, 7 seconds maybe? So again, Lucas, no real concerns as they try to kill Daniel for the 11th time of the game.
Uh-oh, Retsu, he's going to get brought down as well. Nikki Cool and Queasy just with each other enough to kill him, and That feels like it might be the death blow to this game, honestly. I know it didn't look like the most insane play in the game, but killing off this Ursa, killing his momentum, the only one who was really standing a chance of getting into the game. It's Kata. I mean, he killed his BKB before he died, I guess, but... looking a bit ogre. Alright, T, if you can summon anybody from Dota history into the cast right now to join us for the... to help us through the end of this game, who would you choose?
What, to assist us in concluding Nemiga winning the game, or to try and give some energy
chat
for...
with, hang out.
Oh, to have a chat. Oh, okay. I want Zhao Wei, but he speaks perfect English.
That's a great answer.
And like we don't have to go through a translator. So then it's just like we're living in like a world where we all speak like the same language. That'd be pretty cool.
Esperanto worked.
And then he can talk about how Radiant could have won this game through different movements and stuff, and not losing top lane so hard.
So big from him. It'd be amazing.
I'm trying so hard not to harp on Daniel in this cast, I'll be honest.
Don't do it, man. He's 0-11. No one needs
I know.
No one needs to tell him anything else.
I mean, there's a reason why I went a little bit quiet, I was just pondering.
Indeed. Yeah, they're all eating beef on the side of Nemiga at the moment. I think there's something particularly annoying about the CM dewarding high ground in this situation as well. Okay, bye love. Like, he just unleashes onto the Ember Spirit on the sidelines here. The rest of the team helping out as well. They just throw themselves onto it. I mean, it's a nice back wall. Lucas is actually very low, so he will lose his first life. They'll move on towards Nicky Cool as well. Nicky Cool's in some trouble, but Redzy with the BKB running out has to be a little bit careful. He's going to wait for the Blink Dagger and see if he can get back in. They're trying to cancel it with one of his kisses. Not going to happen, though. So we'll lose the Aegis, and their Ember Spirit also is traded for it. Nemiga. They know that without BKB, without Enrage, it's very, very hard for them to actually fight. My God, Queasy just going in deep onto the Warlock. I mean, he can do this. If he gets jumped here, then there's just going to be a black hole to follow up, and you can't risk that for Redzu for the rest of Kalmychata, so... Jeez. Barracks falling in the middle lane. Oh, the humanity. Daniel charges in, doesn't die. Oh, doesn't die.
Oh, he
doesn't die. Oh. Oh, man, the candor tree throw, man. And now a beautiful black hole coming down. Cancelled out, though. Nicely done by Proletariat. They still lose the Ember Spirit. But the Ursa gets to live another day. Did use the Enrage at the end there, so... we'll have to wait before he can commit. And Butterfly just finished off from Lucas, by the way. Almost killing Love just with Flat Cannon. Creep Wave, gonna die. Redzy biding his time. Looks like Dire are getting back. Oh, let's save it for another day. They're not ending this one just yet, I guess. I don't know why, but respect, I guess.
Exactly, that's it, right? Like when you don't have black hole, you can just smoke, reset, get a pick, then go for the play. You don't have to go for the big team play. Retsu?
Yeah,
he's just a little bit.
He's using Rich. How much damage are you getting from Grudge Bearer? 37?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's kind of a facet that kind of scales into the game, right? Like when you get your Aghanims, when you get a little bit more kind of auras from your team, it helps out. And you see another smoker, they move to the bottom side there.
Yeah, again,
they
Grudge
just want to
Bearer.
end it, yeah. You got Butterfly, looks like it. There's like, what stops them?
Don't know why I didn't do this before. I guess they're waiting for some cooldowns, some items or something, but... they're going to do this now. They've got creeps on the high ground in the middle wave. They've got a creep wave coming in down here at bottom as well. We did see Lucas get kind of low to the full 5-man commit last time, but yeah, with the black hole available, with the butterfly as well, it might be tricky, but they are going to try for it. The damage coming through onto the gyro. He's trying to get himself away, but he's going in so deep. He is actually going to die here, so Lucas will fall. Mixer gets killed to Daniel meanwhile, and Nicky Cool just kind of hanging out on the front lines. He has had to back himself away, but he's looking for the reset. He's got the Blink Dagger available. Does he go in and try to save his barracks? No, because Proletariat just got killed in front of him. My God, his own teammate just shot in the head, and with that, they're going to GG out of it. They killed the gyrocopter. They'll take that win at least. But overall, a very, very depressing game one for Kalmychata, and yeah, Nemiga just playing it super clean.
Yeah, it was kind of like a rough one to watch. After the Nemiga, the way they moved around the map, the way they played their aggression, it feels as if the draft should play itself out, and like you can go Roshan with the Slardar to give Gyrocopter even more purpose for the early fights, and yeah, maybe they can do it and showcase some insanely cool like DK plus Night Stalker jumps, but again, it's gonna be a rough one. Based on drafts, I think Nemiga do have the stronger looking lineup.
Absolutely. Any interesting looking facets here?
30 seconds to battle.
Not really. No. What we were expecting. I mean, momentum, I guess, is I don't know, I haven't seen enough Elder Science to know if that's the one you usually pick, but
yeah, you want to be able to control your spirit and get some additional attack speed based on higher move speed, so yeah, it's pretty good for ET.
The battle
why is Astral of all things now an innate ability? I didn't actually know that. That's really weird. Like,
yeah, true. It could have been like natural order or something, right?
Surely
yeah,
natural order is the obvious one. Like most passives have now become innate abilities, but not Elder Titan apparently.
Maybe they're cooking up something for the future and we're just not aware. You know, they're 3 patches deep. We're only 1 patch. Daniel goes to good luck, showing some niceties across the teams.
Daniel's just pleading, please, not again. But what I said about them playing like their speciality heroes, that's definitely apparent here. Daniel this time on his Grandmaster Rubik. So after a Schlacking like that, you just want to wipe the slate clean and go for it with one of your all-time comforts, something you really think you can impress on. So hopefully, let's change his mindset and he can be like, yeah, let's go.
Cool. Getting some core action up, and then it's like it's a decent lane top. Like the Rubik secures the Night Stalker, you got the Rubik lift against the Clockwork, but there's part of me which is this lane top needs to go well. Like if Night Stalker gets shut down in any way, it is going to hurt the entire game plan, and it always scares me when drafts have this level of if X doesn't have good game, the whole draft comes crumbling down, and that could be the case where if Night Stalker doesn't get through the first daytime. Of course, it starts at nighttime, so it's gonna. Can you call him more like 10 minutes? We'll see what type of game he's having.
Yeah, for sure. There's something really interesting he could do on Ike, just due to the matchup and who he's playing with here. There's a chance he goes for Rocket Flare level 2. I could see it being really good because it's nighttime early on. Get that extra vision will help a lot. And there's actually a kill down at bottom as they do run down Queasy. That's gonna be a dead Snapfire, so. Good start for Kalmychata already, improving from last game. Although I'm not going to say that every time anything good happens for them, because otherwise I'll be saying it a lot. Yeah, it's kind of an issue. Did go for Battery Assault sadly on the Clockworks. I know Rocket Flare today. Would have really liked to see it, but there you go.
No, I think just maxing up your Battery Assault and Power Cogs, it just makes you way more potent on the map. Again, like you have to think about the twin gate usage, right? So, although a casual Rocket Flare at 2 to cancel clarities, now that is where we clarities and salves. Whew, that feels good.
Yeah, I just think with the gyro and it being nighttime, you can get the flat cannons off more reliably, but you just decided to go for the safe build. You want to have those points in Battery Assault later on in the game as well, if you want to make rotations. Bottom side, they're going for Queasy again here. Really want to just punish the Snapfire. Cookie available, but not going to get it off. The damage is too much. Retsu runs him down. There's going to be another kill down here in the bottom lane for this Weaver. 2-0 right now. Great start for Retsu. You on the middle lane, no surprise to see Nanny Narwhal going in for the Worm's Wrath with the Corrosive Dragon. Makes a lot of sense. It's topside. Oh, polarity. taken down. Ike also in some trouble as well, trying to get off a bit of return damage, and, well, he's actually going to survive through this and kill off Daniel instead, so double kill up in the top side for Lucas, who was already just farming his little heart out, and now, goodness me, this Gyrocopter's having an absolutely great start. Just as I thought the Weave was going to go toe-for-toe with him, that happens.
Yeah, and the fact that this is all happening during the nighttime, it's going to get even harder when it strikes day. And he tries to step up to go a bit aggressive here. He does have the spirit still on him, so relatively tanky. Now Queasy with the vision in play as well from that ward.
Dead again.
Yeah, he's going to be dying. On a killing spree now for right through one of the better players from game one. Really kind of kept himself in it this time around, doing great in laning phase. Top lane
looking for more on the top side though.
Daniel maybe? No. Killing off Clockwork maybe?
Yeah, Ike's gonna go down instead. All right, Kalmychata getting a little bit of swing backs coming the other way. Nice fade bolt there from Denart as well, killing off the pigeon, getting himself a bit of extra CS and denying it from the Gyrocopter more importantly. Yeah, this corrosive DK can be very annoying to play against in the mid lane. So every time you come forward, you get a stack of poison on you.
Hey, so I think it's pretty cool. He just went for the standard DK.
Well, Daniel dead again.
Oh, is he? No, come on. I just want to talk about DK. Daniel, stop.
That's all right. That's all right. We can go back to the DK.
Oh. No, I think unfortunately. So I like the fact he went for corrosive, but there's always a world. So I feel like in the future, I think people might think about this hero a bit more. Because right now it's like you take the corrosive just to take towers, right? It's like really cool to take towers. You also like assist other people doing damage. But I kind of think the blue facet is very underpicked. Like reducing people's like regen and stuff like this, like against like centaurs, even Gyrocopter to some degree, it's going to be really, really useful. But again, we're not seeing it today. I think in the future we might see a little bit more development on what we think about from the DK here. But, yeah, so far it's like this game, much better start for the Radiant side. They
want to combo this up there. They want to go for the DK with the level 6 timing on the Slardar.
He has a tango as well to eat through the tree, right?
Big. Yeah. Seems a little awkward. Oh,
he's going
AD.
for it. No, he's not.
Love's going to be the target instead. Yeah, there's an AD Slardar on you. Not living this one, I'm afraid. Love going for the deny, but has to be very lucky to get it, and that's just not going to happen. Nicky Cool brings him down. The Slardar gets his first kill of the game.
Isn't AD like a League of Legends term?
AD carry is a term I've heard in my life.
I swear I've heard that before. I felt really uncomfortable when you said AD. That's why. Like for some reason, it felt wrong.
Next time the carry picks up a AD rune, then I'll say AD carry just to really get under your skin.
Oh, it just means attack damage carry. Oh. Yeah. No. Oh. Yeah. It unsettles me. It just... Oh, yeah, no, I'm really uncomfortable now.
Fix router. Oh, we might be here for a while there. Bro needs to get out the screwdriver and...
Oh, God. Okay,
pliers.
That's fine.
Do a bit of welding.
Do you imagine if there was like no actual like tech pause? Imagine if we were like the Wild West, where it's like as soon as it's like, sorry, no, gotta go. It's like a pub. Imagine if it was pub rules. Now that actually, that would be hype.
Just unpause.
Yeah. You do pub rules for a tournament. So then you see like the true types of players. It's like, well, if you can pause if you want to, but there are thousands of people watching you, and then you just see like the.
Yeah, it always calls out the person who unpaused as well. You always get the name and shame.
No, of course. And the start of this game has looked relatively even. I would argue this time around there isn't as much map play to make for Nemiga. Like the Enigma naturally sets up for taking tower, moving to other lanes, taking kind of just a map away. That isn't going to be the case this time. It will be a little bit more static farm for Nemiga, in which once they see Centaur or Slardar strong enough to kind of make that sweeping move together, they will get themselves online. But yeah, they got to utilize that as long as possible. If you are like the DK, the Night Stalker, get yourself to an item and off they go.
Yeah, it's just tricky though. I don't see the combos here, you know. I don't see who goes in and starts making plays for them. I think they're going to be a very static team until we have like a Blink Dagger on the DK and maybe something impactful on the Night Stalker. Oh, he's going for the Mage Slayer, which I can't say I enjoy, especially this game where there's not a lot of spell damage for him to really cancel out, right? Am I crazy?
No, you're pretty accurate there.
Oh. Nicky cool.
You could only maybe snap
here.
and gyrocopter, but
no TPs coming across. Daniel and Ike are moving on over. Try and counter this one. Ike places down the Absorber. Does actually use that to see Daniel as well. His own sentry does catch out the Observer ward, so going to go deal with that quickly. Very nicely done from Daniel. It's actually a pretty sick B ward. Nicky cool though, being very, very aggressive here. And I do know that the Rubik has now left. He wanted to go get his Wisdom Rune, which is absolutely fair enough, but it's going to mean that Natty Noel pretty much alone here. Cogs though, a little bit off the mark. A little propeller cogs. Not really doing the work, so Noel surviving for the time being. Life's pretty good.
I mean, it's kind of rare to see the DK hit 6, but he's the one getting ran at, right? And Mixer TP out bottom.
Out. Yeah, Stomp already used. So
Cookie to high
Queasy will
ground.
be the target, but he's got the Cookie to get up the high ground. Nice moves there from Queasy. Again, to safety.
And Lucas is he going for the? He's going for the jump. Of course, Lucas, he goes for the phase boots this time around rather than a treads against the DK corrosive. He wants to make sure he has a little bit more armor, even against the Weaver as well. So pretty much same build, just different boot option. Again, the game is very cozy, very relaxing. Everyone hits creeps. It's just who's going to break first. He just shows himself middle, just keeps getting slapped in the face. Not too much fun to play into, and the Basada is looking to go for the Blink Dagger. So he will be able to set a little bit more pace.
That's what they need as well. I was a little bit worried that they'd be moving in a different direction, but yeah, get the Blink Dagger, get online, and start playing the game. I mean, obviously, 1 minute until night, maybe we see Kalmychata try to do something with it, but the Night Stalker's not had a good lane, so he's going to need a bit of time to recover, as is the DK. There's not really anyone to play around. It's more about Nemiga, and yeah.
I would like to see Mixer go for Crimson Guard this game on the Centaur. Oh, Nicky, cool. Ooh, looking to set something up, but there is Rubik in the neighborhood, but they missed a stomp and they're just kind of throwing out spells, but no real connection. But yeah, going back to my point, I'd love to see Mixer go for the Centaur or Crimson Guard. Like, now that it works on HP, Centaur is one of the best candidates to do that, right? You can get strength from the double edge of your shard, you naturally buy HP options. Night Stalker likes to play on right clicks down the line, and same for DK for Weaver, and yeah, I think it'd be a very cool consideration in this game.
He's even got the triple bracer already, so certainly setting up for being a tanky boy throughout this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Nemiga, I mean, they can make plays at Clockwork when he hits 6, but he's not quite there yet, so looking to just kind of farm up in the jungle, help Lucas farm these stacks, and get himself a bit of XP in the process. It would be slightly more efficient, I guess, to be in lane whilst there's nobody there, but he hits it. He knew he was going to hit it. Did the maths, checks out. And now can look for a rotation. Natty Noel would be a great hero to bring down here. If you get that DK dead, you know you're going to have a pretty good time in the next kind of 4 to 5 minutes of the game. It's basically going to nullify the nighttime from the Night Stalker. The Night Stalker's too weak to do anything by himself. He's going to need to combo with another strong hero. The only one who's going to be strong enough to really play with him is going to be that DK.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Getting that Blink Dagger. Yeah, he's still going for this Mage Slayer. I mean, jeez, I really don't believe in this item, but
I mean, the Mage Slayer will allow him to at least walk up to the gyrocopter and soak up that initial jump, right?
okay.
It's difficult.
Big jump down down in the bottom side right now. Daniel is that target, as is Love. They're just killing supports right now. Ike's trying to fight his way around this. Does turn around with a hook shot, but it's not going to buy enough time to get away. So will be a 2-for-1 trade just on the supports. But Nicky Cool, maybe a target here for Prolarity. And with a Weaver coming in, they might have enough damage to bring him down. DK coming across from the side. Natty Narwhal trying to connect up with this one. He's got the stun. They've got the damage. They'll bring him down. Nicky Cool to full. That's the biggest kill of the fight right there.
Very good kill from them. Nice reaction as well to make sure it looked like it was going to be a good engagement for Nemiga, but they keep the chase down going. They utilize the speed in which both Weaver and Nightstalker can find their opponents, and yeah, again, signs of life from them. Still, they wish they had a little bit more. That was also a fight without the center at all, right? Like you were kind of skirmishing for Nemiga rather than taking the bigger fight, whilst for the side of Kalmychata, they did kind of bring everyone needed to just give themselves a little bit more life in the fight.
Yeah, and I love seeing that as well. Like if you're kind of unsure about what to do in the game in the laning phase, worried you're kind of slowly losing out, just bring 5 heroes to a lane, fully commit, full divide. I mean, this is what some of the top tier teams do, you know, Falcons, and they're not afraid to bring 5 heroes to a fight. Neither a game, neither is any of the best teams. Extreme as well, as they're jumping Love under the tower, and he is gone. Daniel Narwhal coming in for a little bit of revenge here, and they're going to be able to bring down Mixer as well. So Mixer and Queasy, both dead. Nice response here. For Kalmychata. Oh, nice lift. They catch him. Ike, he might be going down as well. Stolen Cogs going to do a lot to hold Ike in place. He's got nothing left to do but sit there and die. And another kill for Retsu. I mean, this man picked up a 12-minute Maelstrom. He's about to grab himself a Dragon Lance as well. Retsu's going absolutely crazy this game.
Yeah, the movement he's making, punishing top, coming back to bottom, and you got to argue for Nemiga. It's a little bit too carried away on some of their moves, right? Like Queasy's minute 13, he's only level 5 on the Snapfire. We're yet to see the value of the Mortimer Kisses. And on top of that, it's like Slardar's farming mid, Gyro's still top. Like you've got 3 heroes fighting bottom. The fight before it was 4 heroes going for Nemiga. Like it's a lot of non-team moves getting made that, of course, when you have like a Blink DK, a Weaver with Maelstrom, they're going to want to entertain the fight a little bit more, and Nemiga just not as clean as they were in the first game.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And yeah, you mentioned Queasy being under levels, you know, that comes from his deaths in the laning phase. Like they did a really good job on isolating the hero they can kill and hunting him down. And that's had good repercussions for them throughout this early mid. And now they're looking to steal the Wisdom Rune. Are they getting carried away? Oh, jump in the backlines. They're immediately going for the Rubik. They'll blow him up in an instant. Retsu's stunned up, but the Stomp is there from Love to buy him a bit of time. Polarity's in the mix as well, and they will take down the Slardar. Time lapse out from Retsu, but straight into Lucas, who guns him down. The Fly Swatter is here, and his name is Gyrocopter. Retsu will fall. Nightstalker's on the run as well. Very, very quick. Almost outrunning the homing missile. Certainly getting himself to safety. He will live for the time being, but a little bit over-aggressive. And as I was just saying it, what did Nemiga do when they sense that there's someone trying to steal their Wisdom Rune? 5 heroes down to the bottom lane, and it pays off massively.
Yeah, that was, I mean, such a nice move from Nemiga, right? You sense the aggression, you get the initial stun, then the follow-up stun, you choke them out, you have the Gyrocopter there as well. It was just really, really cool exposure there to punish.
Good cogs, dude.
Yeah.
He's even throwing the cogs back at Ike. It's weird seeing a Rubik do that. I'm not used to it.
I know for Nemiga, they enjoy the fact they got that quick skirmish there. They're back to farming. I think for Nemiga at least, this is the difference, right? You need Centaur to get his Blink Dagger. Once he has his, then you are going to see both Slardar and Centaur easily hunt down a Weaver or the backline support, so they're going to disappear with the damage that they'll provide. And Nemiga smoked up. And so many moves getting made, but without the full force of their team. Lucas barring down the mid lane. This will be glaringly obvious that they are behind this here. There's no way Gyrocopter at minute 15 will be by himself trying to take the mid tier 1 tower.
This isn't your pubs. This guy does have his team behind him. Not just a kamikaze carry player. And the tower will be falling. Nicely done by Nemiga. Honestly, very, very good. Just bringing the game back into their favor. For Natty Narwhal here as well, but that's going to be a slightly harder kill. Although that said, he walks back in, and with the kisses coming in over the top, they're going to be able to bring him down with ease.
Expect the game to get even higher pace now. Like getting that kill on DK, Centaur is about to complete Blink Dagger. Just every time they have any type of follow-up damage, be it cooldown, monomer kisses, or even the hook shot, they will be hunting. You had your concerns about the Mage Slayer and Night Stalker. He did opt to change up his build. He went for the Echo Saber. This is the build where your lane is good, and then you can go Echo, get a kill or two, disassemble to then go BKB. So that is the normal kind of build in a good lane. So after a couple kills and some life, he was able to change up his build and not go for the potentially volatile Mage Slayer that we're like. It could have been okay for some purposes, but also it wasn't great. It felt more like a buy an item to just buy an item's sake, and I'm happy to see that he was able to find a way to slightly more kind of scaling option.
Yeah, it was an item which, as you said, it's a good answer with Gyro. Gyro does a lot of magic damage, so Mage Slayer would have been all right versus him. But then why, as a Night Stalker, are you really looking to just go and sit on a Gyrocopter's head in a team fight? Like, Gyro's just like, okay, cool, reflect cunning target, nice. Like, I don't think it does a whole lot, so good to see him change that up.
Good.
I could have been wrong. Maybe it would have been a choice.
Oh
but...
no! Oh god, no! The DK's going Manta. I know against
I've seen this a lot, dude.
I know against Slaughter, you want to have the Dispel for Corrosive Haze, but in this game, I kind of vibed the Sand Yasha to get the status resistance in play against all the stuns they have. You can just tank up. You can go for like AC. Like
get
BKB,
a halberd, you know, if you really want, you can change it later. Get a halberd and a manta if you feel like you need it later in the game.
Like, the main reason you could even go Disperser. That's a bit crazy. Hold up in the river. Nice blink from Slado.
Yeah, had a shielder in as well, so not entirely sure if they did want to commit to that, as they'll go instead onto the Rubik. Rubik probably gonna get his spaghetti bolognese right now. They're saying that there's a nice response coming in from Love and Natty Narwhal, so he's gonna be fine for the time being, but it's Retsu on the backlines just mowing down supports. Jesus Christ. Nyx is gone as well. This is looking like a fantastic fight for Kalmychata as they move on towards Nikki Cool as well, and him being dead makes it a triple kill for Retsu. I mean, how did Retsu just mow down the supports in that fight? That's crazy.
It's the Rubik. He has the stolen 2-point Corrosive Haze. He puts it onto all the cores and they just disappeared. Like, they have their own little mini Slaughter. Daniel just getting one of the best spell stills that he wants at this stage of the game. And they utilized it perfectly. So Nemiga, Slaughter blinks out, survives mid, but then they don't disengage. And this time around, they're really getting punished. The Gyrocopter is really kind of hurting them right now because he like, every time there's a fight for Nemiga, it always felt like there's a core missing, right? I said this already. It's like they fight top, missing one. They fight without the Centaur. Now they fight without the Gyrocopter. Like every fight, at some point, Nemiga will be 5. And that's maybe when the game gets a little bit scary. But yeah, at the moment, that isn't really happening. Retsu has... Go on.
I think maybe that's a little unfair. I think Lucas has been more active than other Gyrocopters we've seen because of the drums.
No, for sure. Let me just reword that. It's more like Nemiga have yet to make the perfect 5-man play to play as 5. It's always one core steps away from the team whilst the team makes a move. So like Lucas did the early game moves whilst Mixer farmed. Mixer then joined the fight. Lucas stepped back to go farm, right? Like they're kind of handing the baton of who wants to farm rather than like just doing it together. And that's where we are seeing a lot more 5-manning from the side of Kalmychata, which is enabling them to look a little bit better in this second game. I hope that clarifies my point, boss. Lucas did good early game.
That's what I'm here for. Helping you clarify or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Q being killed. Roshan moving across the map. And I was going to say as well, like, I think the previous 2 games we've seen the Lucas Gyro, because this is obviously a favorite of his. I did question the drums the first game we saw it, because obviously they lost versus Navi. I was like, this drums feels kind of weird. Didn't feel that amazing. I was questioning it. Game 2 was the last game, which is a complete crush, so I don't really know how to judge the drums. Like anything, you know, could have built Dagon, I'd have been like, wow, he's owning. This game, though, I really feel like I'm kind of being sold on it. The way he was able to take that mid tower, the way he was able to play the map was really good. But that said, this is a sick play coming out for Kalmychata right now. They still have the Corrosive Haze for another like 30 seconds. They say, screw it, we're going Roche. And Roche plus the Swarm plus Corrosive Haze plus Corrosive from the Corrosive Dragon. That's a dead Roshan, my friends. And that is going to put them in a very good position.
So only a 2,000 gold lead, but momentum is very much on their side. The BKB complete on the Night Stalker, utilizing the disassemble, and Manta now complete on DK. Again, like Manta for DK. Oh, hold on, hook shot the top lane, but the instant signs from Night Stalker.
Yeah, quick reactions from Proletary.
Yeah, I do want to entertain the DK Manta for a little bit. It's like you do need a dispel for the slaughter, so I fully respect that. 100%, that's important. But the fact that you lose out everything in regards to your illusion and the actual corrosive like facet, it just sours it completely. So if he's able to utilize it nicely and showcase the dispel, then sure, I can see a lot of merit for it. But I'm gonna keep a close eye on him for how he uses the Manta. Of course, you still skip waves, not as successfully, or as quickly, but still works.
Yeah.
In regards to illusion exists.
It's all illusions.
Yes.
It's still a Manta style.
All right, so let's watch bot. Okay, no, we're not.
Nah,
let's watch the kill.
hook shot at mid lane as they move on to Mixer here. Very aggressive in on the center. Not really resolving in a whole lot though. It's actually Queasy who's just dead to Retsu on the sidelines. Just this Weaver, he's in so deep. He doesn't give a damn anymore. He's got an Aegis. Nemiga getting pulled apart here. Where is your gyrocopter? Where is his items? Still looking for that BKB.
Oh, by the way, look at bot lane quickly. This creep wave running down. Wait, quickly. Look at they fortified that point. That was the HP after 2 illusions right clicks from DK, by the way. Just they hit it like 8 hits, 9 hits. That's the damage. It was so sad. It was really, really sad. Thank you for catching that. Thank you for fortifying as well, Dire.
Indeed.
Thank
Meanwhile,
you.
Nikki Cool gonna steal a Tormentor. Pretty naughty.
Yeah, rather naughty. I feel like Nemiga are just gonna probably chill post Aegis, then try and make a little bit of statement. BKB will be complete for Lucas by then, as it is going to be coming out in his career. But the trade-off
against a shard as well. That's big.
Yeah. I'm really scared when I look at the Weaver about to have BKB, Night Stalker is going to have Harpoon. There's some big items coming out for Kalmychata that we're just not really seeing the same though for Nemiga. Sure, a couple shards are coming out, but there's no real progression on the Centaur. He's only had Blink Blade Mail.
Yeah.
No, there's no Crimson, there's no Shroud, there's nothing. It really is going to be about Lucas and his positioning. Can he find the correct flak? Can he soak up an initiation to enable his team? Do not give the Rubik corrosive. That is going to be my big takeaway for this upcoming fight.
Yeah, that's going to be key. And if you can get the corrosive off onto the Weaver with the damage from the gyrocopter coming through, there is a chance you can bring him down twice. There is a chance. He doesn't have a free game here. There is plenty of stuns to throw out onto him. The BKB now up. Going to make it very, very hard along with that BKB, along with that Aegis. So they're going to go for the easy target. They're going to go for the Night Stalker. He's got the BKB just to back himself away straight off the bat. Knight's got to be a little bit careful. He's being bounced around by the Cox and he'll lose his life. Lucas getting jumped, going for the BKB TP out. He is pulling the parachute cord and he gets away with it. Gyrocopter makes it to safety, but now you're trying to fight with no Gyrocopter. Very awkward indeed. Retsu will be forced to use the time lapse, but yeah, Daniel with the Stolen Kisses brings down Queasy as Mixer. It's actually doing a pretty good job at 2v1ing here, but will eventually fall. Getting them both pretty low, but not strong enough in the end. Mixer will fall, and it'll be another fight, yet another fight going to Kalmychata. Where was this team in game 1?
They need a game to warm up for sure. They're playing this map beautifully. They're getting the kills, they're poking, they're punishing the Nemiga, and the mid Slaughters hasn't really come to life, right? He jumps to Night Stalker, but doesn't really do anything. Centaur as well is just walking around as a blink stomp. You've got 2 big beefy heroes in Nemiga who aren't presenting any threat in the fight. The supports are just having to, disengage so quickly because of Night Stalker, and Gyrocopter by himself, it's such a simple target. Just get on top of him and he's going to have to disappear. Nemiga, they are 10,000 gold away from at least being contenders in the fight. They're trying to go into Night Stalker. But with the ET, the Rubik, the Greaves on the Rubik, there's so much disengage to assist.
Yes, indeed. The clockwork might just be dropping here to the swarm. If he can get it off him in time, he can't, despite the help from the Snapfire. But oh dear, Proletary caught out here a little bit. Full ball catches him out. The right click from Nicky Cool will bring him down. So, a nice trade for Nemiga, just getting up, dusting themselves off, and going again. And this time, they've got the BKB available on the Gyrocopter once more. So again, can just BKB TP out if he needs to. And they'll take themselves to tier 1. Now looking for more.
I think Lucas right now is just screaming to the team like, guys, please, like, enable me, get me to my next item. If I can get to a butterfly, I can maybe brush off some of this damage, and it'll always be the complication. Like, he'll finish butterfly, and then he'll be kind of wanting the Satanic. He'll finish Satanic, like, I need the Daedalus now. Like, there's a lot of needs, but they're jumping into mid lane.
Yeah, they're looking at the Slardar right now, but the hookshot's going to come in from the side from Ike to buy the Slardar time to get out of the fight. Mix is in very deep, though, and he is going to pay the price. He gets brought down. DK losing his life as well as Lucas unleashes onto him. And now, Nemiga, they're going aggressive. They're looking for more. Nicky Cooley's going to give his life to try and allow them to get a couple more kills out of this. Daniel will fall, but Retsu's on the run, turns around with a couple clicks. Oh, God, that hurts. Nearly brings down Ike just with a Geminate. And now, Lucas, he might be in some trouble. He's trying to get himself away. The BKB is about to run out and have a 4-star and a cookie available from Queasy. Will that be enough to get him out of here? Retsu's still chasing. He wants it back. The 4-star from Queasy just at the last second to get him out of there. Will cost him his own life, but it's a life well given. Retsu grabs another, but the Gyrocopter gets away.
They're having to do so much in this fight just to get the gyro. Like, and again, like Daniel, he stole the Corrosive Haze. Of course, it's not the hardest spell to steal, because Slardar is like, he blinks, he crushes, he then Corrosive Haze. Maybe he's gonna have to hold sprint to then prevent giving away, but Daniel, who steals it once again, he just brings open the fight. And Clockwork, he has a hook shot, maybe to a creep wave if he wants to, but he's going to be seeing it. So, no, it just goes to the general account. Retsu's godlike. Yeah, Retsu, we gave him some praise in game 1. Like, he was the Ursa that still had farming in what was a really, really bad game, and now he's 15-1-5 on the Weaver. Sure.
Yeah, man.
1 or 2 deaths away from the game getting a little bit spicy. Of course, that is always the repercussions of playing the Weaver. It's a hero that can sometimes be volatile as the game goes late, but for now he is playing it extremely well, and Nemiga just struggling so much. And we see Mixer on stream, how many times have we said, like, where's his item progression? He's just about to complete the Shroud, and you argued about the magic resistance needed, or the lack of it needed realistically for Radiant. Does Dire really need the Shroud? It's just a lot of physical damage he's dying to. I'd argue this could just be potentially wasted net worth compared to him looking at other options, and we'll see how impactful it is in the upcoming fights.
Yeah, we will. I agree with you, though. I don't think there's like much magic in the game for either team to be particularly worried about. I mean, sure, I guess it kind of helps with the mana, but I mean, buying Eternal Shroud for the mana is like, you know, buying a blade mail for the armor.
Oh, this next fight is going to be so cool. Yeah, Roshan's going to be spawning in 20 seconds. It's nighttime in a minute. Nemiga already moving to the top side of the map, smoked up. They're hoping to find a pick off and then maybe to get the nighttime Roshan fight. And they're going for quite an uncharacteristic path as well, right? Like, rather than sitting bottom, it's twin gate top smoke all the way back down to bot side in the hope to find someone, but both teams are smoked.
Nicky Cool sees them. Oh, does he find it? Well, in we go. Stomp out onto the Rubik. Rubik, though, with Yoga Steel Totem, tries to get himself away. Nice cogs coming out, but Proletary's got the BKB. Is it going to matter, though? A lot of damage coming through, and Logan and one of his kisses coming in over the top as well. But they're going to get themselves away. The reset achieved from the side of Kalmychata. But do they want to re-engage? Retsu with the BKB. It's used just to get a kill onto Ike. In fact, Ike's not even dead. He's jetpacking himself away under the cover of the Ghost Scepter. These Ghost Scepters on the supports of Nemiga doing such a good job on keeping them alive and keeping their fights going. Many shots exchanged, but no ships sunk.
Incredibly cool play there from Nemiga, right? Like, the idea that you position to Roshan, you then smoke through the twin gate to run back down the map. You're just basically, you know, moving as much kind of area as possible to try and find a pick. And when they do, they get in, they get out. Night Stalker instantly half HP, has to disengage.
Yeah.
The question is, do they respect Roshan enough to run back up to the top side? Lucas currently sitting bottom with TP. They are on Kalmychata. They are instantly smoked up top. And One thing to note as well, the Clockwork Facet, it doesn't matter, Clockwork's just dead. He has buyback though.
See you later, buddy. Will buyback
Rubik.
Daniel? He doesn't have buyback if he dies here. I misspoke when I said no ship sunk last fight. One did sink, but then it rose to the surface once again with a buyback. Won't be possible this time. Corrosive Haze stolen from the Rubik. We've talked many, many times about what important ability this one is.
Just constant smokes getting used by both teams. They understand that whoever takes this Roshan will be in the commanding position.
And here we go again. Nicky Cool misses the stun. Proletary gets away with it. If they caught him out, it would have been huge. He didn't have a BKB. And now the stun comes back the other way. Oh my god, Nicky Cool's just dead. The damage is too much. They get on top of him and now turn around, blow up Mixer as well. Two cores got the Nemiga. They have to get themselves away. But Lucas, he doesn't see the opportunity. He pops a BKB. He pops a flat cannon. He tries to fight with a corrosive on, and he's just going to get wrecked by Retsu. The damage is there, and Lucas is gone. Now they just need to clean up the rest. Down goes the Snapfire. 4 heroes dead. Beautifully done by Kalmychata. I mean, just the misinitiation time and time again. Like, you miss that one stomp to start the fight on the Slaughter, and it's all over.
Not only that, but I think it's on Nicky Cool. Like the way that he's playing this game, he is not respecting Daniel at all. Every single big fight that we see Kalmychata win, it's because Daniel's still Corrosive Haze. In that fight as well, Nicky Cool, he initiates, he doesn't hit the connection, he doesn't hit the Slaughter, the Night Stalker, sorry. And then after that, he gives away Corrosive Haze, Mixer blinks in as well, he delays his stomp, misses it as well. And at that point, Daniel, he's already cast 2 Corrosives, 3, if not more. He's still holding on to it, and yeah, that is not a way to fight. That was the engagement I feel for an Nemiga. The way that they smoked, they were playing the map kind of cool with their bigger like team fight logic, and they very desperately they had the vision available as well, but they placed it a little bit too late. They kind of jumped into the fog rather than waiting patiently, using the kind of the time of the smoke to kind of build the tension, to understand the situation. They kind of rushed it, and because of that, another Aegis goes the way of the Weaver.
Yes, sir.
They were struggling this game. I just love
Daniel,
the volatility of the lower bracket. Like, these are the teams that Open Qualifier team, underperforming team throughout the year, and we're in round 1 of the lower bracket. A long journey to even entertain getting to the grand finals to get the single spot. And whew, this is not the cleanest of Dota, but it's the Dota we love to watch. Has Mixer got a new item yet?
Gonna grab their own cube, and this is gonna be a shard going for the Gyrocopter, which I believe is all but 1 shard gained. Everybody but Snapfire now has a shard. Unlucky Snap. Missed the 50-50 4 times. Probably doesn't care too much though. Snapfire shard's mid.
Yeah, he is currently mid.
11k gold advantage. Aegis, jeez. I mean, honestly, my MVP for this game might even be Daniel. Like,
Easily it's Daniel. Like, his laning wasn't very good, I'll be honest, but everything else has been really, really cool. So
yeah,
I'll give him that.
and considering last game as well, let's be real, the hardcore feeding Spirit Breaker from last game completely gone. This new Daniel is what we wanted to see, and what a glow up. Be careful who you bully in high school, because this guy's got some moves.
Yeah, you have to remember, Spirit Breaker is one of the hardest heroes to play in the game, and anyone who disagrees with me in Twitch chat is very correct.
Only true professionals can play Spirit Breaker well.
Yeah. Wait, let me double check how many games I have on him now. Battle stats.
800
matches all time. 1002.
Jesus Christ. So many Spirit Breaker games. Nemiga waiting, biding their time. They have to find the perfect initiation. Like, Rubik needs to die. You can't let this guy keep getting away with these crazy,
he doesn't have to
fights.
die if you just don't give him Corrosive Haze, right?
All that.
Weaver?
Well, Weaver. Their carry was there. Are they going to stick around for round number 2? It looks like they are, but the hookshot completely whiffs. Oh no! Retsu now just turns around to the high ground, pops a BKB, just starts unloading onto Lucas. Lucas, though, he's able to stand his ground and force out the life break. Weaver is now out of survivability, but the Gyrocopter is also out of BKB. He needs to back himself away, and fast. The Stampede is going to help them disengage. Ike will be left behind. Nicky Cool just trying to slow down the advance here. The Night Stalker's on the run. He's got the cheeser. He's happy to go deep here. Queasy trying to get himself back away. The nice stopped coming through with the... Wow, Earth Splitter coming down as well. This could be problems for Nicky Cool. He gets brought into the move. Everybody get brought down. He's gone, but oh my god, the minus armor plus a flight cannon. It's destroying the supports and the cores on the side of Kalmychata. They have to get away. Proletary on the run. Can he escape? Blink Dagger is there onto the high ground, and he will escape. My god. Kalmychata, they narrowly get away with that.
Oh, the entire fight was just so cool. Like the classic carry, Aegis walking up to the high ground, instantly dying. Clockwork, if he hit that hook shot, Weaver dies again. It was so close, and it didn't happen. But then Kalmychata, they keep going for the fight. They keep trying, and eventually gets to the high ground. And Jacob's like, guys, I am the king of the high ground. You do not mess around with me. And Mixer, he's getting a little bit tough. He's got the Ogre Seal, and his team is nowhere near him. He just died, so Mixer having a very, very difficult game right now. But oh, this is... At any minute, either team can just explode. The damage that they have is insane either side. I think Kalmychata might even be scared to go high ground now. Like, they need an Aegis to go high ground. Into the hook shot, crush, stomp, and then Gyrocopter. Like, there is plenty of burst potential for Nemiga to AFK in the high ground for the rest of time. And of course, Kalmychata, the open fights are insanely strong. The Night Stalker with the vision, Rubik with the free casting spells at the backline, ET, DK. Like, we are seeing two teams wanting to fight in different styles, but we'll see which one can force their opponent to have to play on their terms.
I do feel like the later this game goes, the more I'm sort of leaning towards the Gyrocopter being the raid boss. Like, he's just a stronger hero in these super, super long games, and that is where we're heading at 37 minutes into the game. I mean, not even super long, just anywhere past like the 40-minute mark, and
it feels like a 54-minute game right now. I'll be real.
It really does. Yeah,
like,
I'm so surprised every time I look at the clock.
Yeah, like, wait a second, what, are you sure? And that's like, as time goes on, like, Nicky Cool eventually will be able to survive these fights. Like, he just got the AC, as we saw on the screen. Like, if he gets a BKB now, he doesn't care about the Night Stalker silence. He's able to actually go for the kill, but we are seeing a jump. They are onto the Elder
Titan. Might just get solo killed here, but, well, there comes a Gleipnir to slow him down. And Corrosive out onto him as well. Stolen Corrosive. Never mind, he gets gunned down. All right, no Stolen Corrosive. And also, down goes Proletary. Two big kills from the side of the Nemiga. If they can keep this going and make it more, they might take themselves a really big step forward in this game. Narwhal pops the BKB, but there's so much damage coming out from Lucas regardless. He needs to keep running, and he'll do exactly that. Lucas pops the BKB to keep on chasing. It's not great, though. And will they be able to punish this on Kalmychata? We shall see. Doesn't look like it for now. And they will just go back and keep the push going on Nemiga. Roshan, 1 minute from possibly spawning. That has to be on everybody's minds right now.
Yeah. Queasy just completed the Vlads. So you got the Vlads, the Solar Crest on the Snapfire, everything to amp up the Gyrocopter, who also just got a Satanic, and in his quick buy, he's looking for the Rapier. This could be the first. Is it the first Rapier? Oh, come on. Boo, Lucas, give me the Rapier. Like, we've not seen, I don't think we've seen a Rapier so far, at least in our games for the TI qualifiers. But that'd be kind of cool. Swiftblink is your insurance policy. You go for that first, but the fact he's even thinking about it at 39 minutes.
Weaver, oh my god! The bug swatter, man. The bug swatter again. Just slaps him. Me and the mosquito on my wall at 2 a.m.
Oh god. What's the death summary look like? Yep. That single second.
Yeah, you had a little bit on the second before, but that doesn't really count. Oh dear.
Oh my.
Lucas is online. He's coming onto the high ground. I mean, it's the one combo you can't get caught out by, especially now that you've got Assault Cuirass on Nicky Cool. He's single-handedly doing about, you know, give or take 30 armor reduction. He puts the Weaver into minus figures. This Gyrocopter's 400 damage is amplified. You don't want to fuck with that. Stun in, but a little too late. Your barracks are already dead, my friend. Splitter's coming on through. Sure, it looks pretty, but it's not really achieving a whole lot. It's getting him low-ish. A couple of... Oh, he gets him with the cog. Nice. Done again. Nikki calls in. I mean, they're waiting for their Weaver. If Weaver buys back here, you're really not happy about it, but they're going to do it. They're going to go for the buyback on the Weaver, and now, well, you got a Stampede. They'll just pop it. Nemiga trying to get themselves away. They need a kill here. They need to make this Weaver buyback worth something, but it is worth absolutely nothing. Oh, that is such a big mistake for Kalmychata. They try to force that way too hard.
It's kind of always that feeling, right? When you see racks falling, when you see the overwhelming confidence of your opponent, it's very easy to fall victim to using the buyback to try and get it. But when you click it and it's in the wrong time, yeah, it is just going to hurt you. So now
Nemiga were like baiting it so hard as well. They were like going in deep, you know, dangling Lucas like a big, juicy carrot.
It helps when you have
really juicy, but
it depends. If you wash them first and get some water on them, you can kind of fake it a little bit.
You can make carrot juice, I guess. Yeah.
The last smoke potentially of the game. This is the Weaver no buyback. If he dies, if he gets caught out of position, explodes like he did in that previous pickoff.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing how quickly he just got absolutely butchered in the last fight, like he's got to be playing so carefully. Don't go for the wave, Red, so don't do it. You've got too much to live for. Both teams posturing for Roshan up here. It's 42 minutes into the game. Roshan is up. He's sitting in the pit. But you're playing against the clockwork. They've got the vision advantage, but you have the ground advantage on Kalmychata. Nikki, cool. A lot on your fishy, slippery shoulders right now. Tier 4's being beaten on down. They don't give a damn.
Just don't give corrosive haze to Daniel. And since we started bringing this to light, he kind of stopped doing it, so fair play.
It's easier when you have the shard and the axe, to be fair. But yeah.
This is true.
I mean, if you can get off on the Weaver, absolutely worth giving it away, I'd say.
Lucas walking on the high ground, going for the D-ward. Again, Rocket Flare, enabling Nemiga so hard, preventing Kalmychata from going for the Roshan. But both teams hugging the tree line. They know how important this fight is.
And it's so hard for Kalmychata. Not only do they not have buyback on the Weaver, it's a Dire Roshan, which means Dire have the buyback advantage. They can come in on the outpost. And look at it die. It's just going down so quick. Do they even notice they got into the pit? The Roshan's going to roar. It's going to let them know. And they've got the Elder Titan as well. But they need to commit to this pretty soon. Nemiga backing themselves away. Inside the base, the creeps continue pounding at the fours. But the fight breaks loose. Now Narwhal coming around the backlines with the Weaver, but I mean, they're just getting bounced around inside these cogs. Retsu, he can't fight this anymore. Lucas blows up Daniel, so no stolen corrosive to work with. Sure, the clockwork's going to die, but Retsu, he's in deep, mixes upon him. Nikiko is there, but the time lapse, gets him out. He turns around, the clicks are coming, and Retsu's a living. Lucas coming forwards, a big raid boss entering the fight, still full health. No BKB, but who cares? Narwhal's going to be the target. He's being chased down. He needs to get himself out, and that's not going to happen. The rocket's upon him, and he will die. 2 dead on the side of Kalmychata. They will back themselves away, and they will give up this Roshan. Aegis gonna go to most likely the gyrocopter. They could potentially give it to somebody else, but Divine up on gyrocopter as well. Oh, it is time. It is time.
Nice.
He's got the Axe Consume coming to him as well. Yes, he does. Oh my god, this gyrocopter's going to be completely raid boss mode.
Takes the 8. Oh my god, yep. Get this guy to the high ground. Get him to the Kalmychata base. Book your ticket to the next round of the lower bracket. This is... How do they kill him?
Tiga.
What? Oh, we got workhorse as well. All right, we're cooking, boys. This is it.
Just drive by them. Just put the gyrocopter into the workhorse. Blink him in. Look at him use it. He doesn't know how it works. So he's just
testing.
He's
testing. Yeah. He's every Centaur player has to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, just to clarify. So you have to click the button to spawn the cart, and then you have to click it again at a very small range to do it. And now, if he disconnects...
This is sus.
He might go demo mode to test it. Legit.
This is sus.
This is... He just used his workhorse, then he paused, all right?
Yeah, Mixer, he didn't put anybody in the car, and he's like, wait a second.
All right, click on Mixer. I need to see his player cam. I need to know exactly what he's... But yeah, sure.
He didn't have workhorse bounce anything, I guess? I don't know.
Isn't it the same key? Oh, I mean, sure. I mean, if the workhorse... Yeah, sure. I mean, that's why you got to test it. Okay, so now he's workhorse ready. He's ready to work that horse and get that gyro into the mix, so...
They want to go there. They want to force this DK buyback if possible. I don't think they're going to give it to them. They've still got racks down on the bottom side. 24 seconds should just be long enough to get the DK back. They might get the megas, but I kind of feel like you just got to give it. You need this buyback. Don't do the same thing you did with Retsu. Made the last fight so hard. Retsu still does reasonable damage to Lucas if he hits. No MKB, remember, so... Oh, he's also got the Ancient Guardian on there, Retsu. What an item in the situation. Okay, he's trying out the workhorse again. Just being ready to save the gyro, I guess. Well, he didn't.
Oh, well, he didn't use it.
Gyro's just dead.
Mixer.
My friends. Here we go. BKBs out. Retsu forced to just time-lapse immediately, get himself away, but he does survive. Both BKBs from both cores have been used. No refresher orbs, no refresher shards, nothing like that available. Suddenly, Nemiga's push is looking a little bit dangerous. Light themselves away. All right, I really feel like you needed that save to come through. I think Lucas was relying on it as well. Well, jumps in, damage being done, stuns out Lucas, so turns around, the Weaver's gone. They catch him out, Nikki Cool is on him like a flash, and now they'll turn around, get down Proletary as well. He's gone, buyback is available from both of these cores. Without your Weaver, you simply don't have the damage. And now Nemiga, they're looking to put the dagger into the heart of Kalmychata and put an end to this game. Tier 4's gone, Ancient exposed, Rapier Gyrocopter coming for your Ancient, nothing you can do about it. Game number 2 will go to Nemiga as they tie off the series, and he figured it out! He figured it out, the Gyrocopter drive-by in the base, it's absolutely beautiful.